Hey guys, I know long time no see again, but broken laptop equals no videos. Let's just jump right into it. My, I believe, 7th or 8th comic book? Well, I don't even know. I'm going to start today with the indie comic, which is Spaceman, written by Brian Azzarello. Basically, the plot of this is a post-apocalyptic near future, and the main character is Orson, who is a genetically engineered human that is meant for extended spaceflight. And his life's pretty uneventful. He's kind of poor and he just picks up scraps for spare money and stuff. And then he ends up kind of accidentally kidnapping a child who was already in the process of being kidnapped. Goes back and forth between present day and his time on Mars with his other brothers, I guess you would say, who are also genetically engineered. Let's talk about the art first. The art is, it's okay. I don't know why it reminds me of the Gorillas a little bit. It certainly doesn't look like it. It's okay, nothing to write home about. I think it's fine. It definitely works for the narrative. There's a lot of colloquial language in this. They use like terms like braining, which means thinking, and a bunch of other things like that. So I think it's a little hard to read through at times. The story is okay. It's 3 issues in. Not much has been going on. Basically just establishing who Orson is, a little bit of what he did on Mars, the type of world he's in. And so yeah, the first 3 issues are all set up. Read quite a few reviews that said, I don't understand how this could possibly be just a 9-issue series because so little has happened in the first 3 issues. There's really not much to say about this as of right now. It's definitely an interesting setup. The verdict is that it's just okay so far. I've been hearing quite a lot of praise for the series, and I'm not really seeing it yet, but I think it's going to pick up really soon. Next series I'm going to be reviewing is from DC, and that is Batwoman. There's a book that came out before this called Batwoman Elegy, and I would strongly suggest reading that before even thinking about reading the series, because not that you won't know what's going on, but you're missing a lot of really key elements that go into this, and you're going to spoil quite a few things for yourself if you just dive into the series right away. That being said, the plot of Batwoman is Kate Kane, who is Batwoman, is kind of estranged from her father now based on the events from Elegy. She's also fighting crime with her cousin, who is Bet Kane, also known as Flamebird. She's been going after this villain who is called the Weeping Woman, which is based on a Mexican folktale. This woman drowns her children so she could be with the man he loves, and then the man rejects her and she kills herself. And so from then on she kind of steals children that wander away from their parents. And that's the basic folktale, and that's literally being lived in the story. Children are disappearing all over the city. Within that, Batman has also decided to enlist Batwoman in Batman Incorporated. Quite a bit going on in the series, but I don't think it's too much. I really don't need to say this, but the art for this series is absolutely gorgeous. I actually chose a really bad issue to pick up right now. I guess this works. I mean, there's certainly better examples of this, but the art in this series is beyond gorgeous. The biggest selling point for this series, so flawless, it's just gorgeous. It's so nice to look at. It flows so well. And it's just, I just love the art. This is super me nitpicking, but they often draw Batwoman with like these torpedo-like tits, and I do not understand that at all. Look at that. Those breasts don't even make sense. Okay, and the story. I love this story so much. It sucks that it took a little too long to get to it. It's really great. Like I said, there's a lot going on, and a lot happens really quickly. It looks like a character from Elegy might be returning, possibly, which is why you need to read Elegy before this. My final verdict is that I adore this series. I think it's one of the best I've read within the New 52, and I just like everything that's going on. I don't think there's no like stupid tiny storylines going on that annoy me. I think everything's necessary and everything is tying together so well, and I really adore the series. I would definitely check Batwoman out if you get the chance. Iron Man Noir. It takes place in the 1930s. Tony Stark is kind of an adventurer, and he's absolutely an adventurer, and he goes on these adventures with his crew, and he tries to find ancient artifacts, and he publishes about his adventures in a men's magazine. In the first mission, he gets betrayed by his girlfriend, and he finds out the girlfriend was trying to find Atlantis with this group, and so he decides to find Atlantis as well. The art in this is fine. Nothing to write home about. It's pretty standard. I'm certainly not saying it's bad. Please, when I say that, it's not my style. Same thing with Spaceman. It's not bad art, it's just not particularly my style. There's so much wrong with this book. The story doesn't even feel like it's Tony Stark. A lot of other people echoed this in reviews, that this could be Tony Stark or it could be anybody. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't feel like a Tony Stark story. Biggest problem with this is it goes by so quickly. You don't have time to process anything. The story's not confusing or anything. It just goes by so quickly. Like, in the first 2 pages, He's like, oh, I'm in love with my girlfriend. Oh, my girlfriend betrayed me. Like, I don't even have time to process how I'm supposed to be feeling for that event because it happens in half a second. And also there's supposed to be a big twist at the end. And it happens so abruptly that I didn't care. That's how I felt about this entire book. Everything happened so quickly, and I don't have time to feel or react to any of this because I don't care. The story is really straightforward. Tony Stark wants to find Atlantis. That's about it, and he's an adventurer. How exciting. I don't think that's even that interesting to, like... Does that sound interesting to you? Because I'm bored talking about it. My final verdict is that don't read this. I really didn't like it. If you're a fan of the Noir series, I've been told this is the best one. I don't find it to be so. I mean, if you want to check it out just for the sake of it being a different take on Iron Man and stuff, but other than that, I don't think the story holds up really well. I don't think it's particularly interesting, and the fact that it goes so quickly doesn't keep your interest at all. I don't think it's worth checking out, to be honest with you, but if you want to, go for it. Yep, that's all for today. I'm sorry if this is unedited or if it sucked. I'm feeling a little awkward being in front of the camera again because it's been so long, and I do apologize. Spring break next week. I'm going to put out at least 2 videos, hopefully 3. I'm going to try and just film a shit ton of videos for you guys. So I am sorry. I really do miss you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and please leave me comments with future suggestions on comic books. So I will see you guys next time.